I'm Frederik Wouters. The question that I'll answer today is, how do you know that your AI is performing well? If you have in your Drupal, for instance, a search or a chatbot implemented, how do you know that you're not using an AI model that is too expensive or too slow? How do you even measure that? This is what I'll be showing today. So you've set up AI search on your Drupal site. You've tweaked chunking, you've added the correct content types to your integration, but now you're flying blind. Is it performing well? Are the AI requests fast? Is it not too expensive? Because you can do the same thing with expensive and with cheap models. This is what I'll be showing you today. Before I dive in, I'm going to explain to you very briefly how AI search works, and then I'll show you how to tweak it to be cheaper and faster. Okay, so I've got my AI search here. When I ask it, how long is a banana? Yeah, it will not be able to respond. Why is this? Because I have no content in my website that covers bananas. But if I ask it, however, what a Dropsolid postal address is in Ghent, then it will be able to answer my question. I could not find any information about the length of a banana because I don't have any articles about it. But if I, however, ask it, what's the Dropsolid postal address in Ghent? Now it will figure out all the content that's relevant on my website, in my CMS. It will generate an answer based off of these references. But as you see, it's on the slow side. This is what we are improving, right? So it found our address really good with the reference to the URL. Let me show you how that's configured. So the AI search block, it has a placeholder, that's not for today, submit button text, some suffix text. You can choose to stream the response or not. You can do some guardrails. We're working on that, by the way. Here you choose the search database. This is the search index. And here you have some AI parameters. And you see here, we're using Light LLM Proxy Gemini 2.5 Pro Cloud. This is an expensive model. It's the most expensive that we have in our offering. We have many more, but let's switch it to 2.5 Flash. This way, you'll see that the responses are faster and have the same accuracy. So let me take the same question. What's the Dropsolid postal address in Ghent? And you see it immediately found the answer and the response is way faster. So accuracy is the same, speed is faster, but now it's only, I can feel that it's faster, I can tell that it's faster, but how to measure this? And this is what I'll be showing now. So in the Dropsolid platform, we have an AI product, and there's many things there. There's some reporting on how much budget you've used. You can go more in details on where was the budget used. And for the developers here, there's logging and tracing. It also shows me the credentials, which I won't be showing here, which you can then put into Drupal. If you install the Langfuse model, you can configure, add in your credentials. Make sure to enable search logging if you're going to do AI search. And agents if you're going to debug agents. This makes sense, right? Once you've done that, you can go to the tracing platform here. Here we're on the Dropsolid AI tracing platform. With these top filters, you can select the scope of your queries or dashboards, and I think one day from now is good for our example. And you see that I've spent already some budget. I've been doing my tests before the video, of course. And you see here, it's a nice graph that shows you that the AI Pro Cloud is way more expensive than the Flash Cloud. And the Flash Cloud, you see, is substantially cheaper than the Pro Cloud. Let's go into more detail in the traces. In the traces, you see the questions that I was just asking. And so here's how long is a banana. And then this is the first one. What's the Dropsolid postal address in Ghent? And here you see that it's an AI request. Took a long time, 20 cents. Used the chat model. It was a Pro Cloud. And it took almost 15 seconds to resolve. You also see that there was an AI search happening here. So you can see that a number of chunks were fetched from the database. There was some embedding going on, and then an AI model, in this case 2.5 Pro, had a nice prompt with some relevant articles, and it generated, let me scroll down, it generated the following output. the following content and the address. Now you see 15 seconds, almost 20 cents, very expensive. Let's see what the Flash model made of this. Here you see it was 1 second and the cost was 0.022. So it's really substantially cheaper, even though like we gave it much content, we gave it lots of relevant articles, but it's a substantial speed and cost improvement. Obviously, this tracing platform works across multiple vendors. You can use it on Mistral, you can use it on Gemini. Everything that goes through the Dropsolid platform, we can measure and improve. The next thing I want to show you is the same, but then applied on chatbots. And here the tracing will be a bit different, because in the chatbot, what we'll be doing is there is a high-level assistant that has its prompting, and the assistant has access to a number of sub-agents. They also have a different AI model and different prompting. So first I'll ask a question. What are the agents at your disposal? This is just being answered by the higher level assistant, so directly, no tool calling. And now I'm going to ask a question specifically for the demo agent. What is the last exercise in the demo? And now you'll see that it triggers the right agent, the demo agent, which will then answer this question. And you can also see this in the tracing platform. I'm going to go to my traces. So here's the first one, the first question. What are the user agents at your disposal? Very simple, one level, the LLM got the question and generated a response. Used Flash Cloud, specific options, that's that. But then you see the second question. Here, the prompt was, what is the last exercise in the demo? This was then passed on to the lower level model, user task title. What is the last exercise in demo? And this is the agent answering that from their skills to the higher level tool call. So this one, which is the assistant has the entire chat history, so they know what you were asking before that. And this one will prompt via tool calls sub-agents. So this is the hierarchy of this conversation in the tracing platform. There's one more thing that I want to show you. The different Drupal users will have their own users in the tracing platform. This means that you see user 2, which is my coworker, has a number of 6 events. They were chatting with my my demo site for a number of times, and I have been chatting with my demo site way more. You can also go into sessions. Here are all the sessions in the system for the last 14 days. I'm going to navigate to the one of today, and then I'm going to scroll down, because you'll see the last one is the last one that I used for the chatbot. And here, what are the chatbot agents at your disposal? This way, and this is why I'm showing this way you can see how a user came to a certain question. What are the things they were doing before? They were searching on AI search, they were using the chatbot, then they did some more AI searches. How did they get to a specific question that you are debugging currently at the moment? And I think this is very valuable information if you're looking to improve the content of your website and the way answers are given to end users. So I hope you liked it. If you're interested for more, check Dropsolid AI or reach out for a live demo. Thanks for watching.